Good morning, guys. So today we are going to Kakheti region and Signagi for the wine tasting, and the weather is really nice. As you can see, totally clear sky. Let's go. So we had booked this tour via a local tour agency, and it costed 100 lari, which is approximately 3000 rupees, Indian rupees for two people. And the car, which is an AC car, and also the wine tasting and any entrance fee, everything was included. Just the food you have to pay for yourself. And the local agency, actually where we were staying, you can check in my previous vlog, the hotel and the place. There were a lot of agents just around the road, and you just have to bargain a little bit and you can book directly from there. Other than that, you can also book via any booking.com or TripAdvisor, but those were a little bit on the higher end side. So our first stop is this souvenir kind of shop where you can get spices, fridge magnets, different kind of showpiece. And the thing you can see right now, it looks like sausage, but this actually is known as churchkela. This is a traditional Georgian food. It is made up of grapes and different dry fruits are filled inside. This tasted really good. You can definitely try this one. And the next stop was a place where they were showing how they make bread. So bread is one of the main food that Georgian people have, and it is really interesting to watch how they make it. So you can see that this is like a place where they have like coal at the bottom of it, how we basically make tandoor kind of that way, and they just press the bread on the side of the walls. It was quite interesting to watch. And this is the bread, and you can see the size of the bread, right? We didn't have breakfast, so this was our breakfast. And the next stop was St. Nino's convent cathedral. It is a church. Again, Georgia is filled with churches. Like, that's the main, I think, attraction in Georgia, other than the natural beauty. But again, it's a very nice place. Also, the weather that day was really awesome. So this church originally was built in the 9th century, and it was after that remodeled in the 17th century. And this is an Orthodox church, so you have to follow the dress code once you go inside. And the cameras were not allowed, so I was not able to film the inside of the church. But you can check what are the rules are in my previous vlog. I have mentioned it, and this was the first stop. Our next stop was Signagi town, which is also known as City of Love. It's a very nice, a small town, but it's a very famous one because this is the most prominent winemaking region in Georgia. If you don't know, Georgia is the oldest wine producing country in the world, and they have a different type of way that they make wine, which is very different to the one that is made in Europe. And we were gonna try that wine today, and this is the Signagi town from a viewpoint. There was also a place where you could do zip lining, but we were a little bit short on time. I really wanted to, but sadly I could not. And we finally reached the main town area. It's a very small, cute town. You can just walk around. So these are the names of people who have died in the Second War with Soviets and Germans. So they have all of their names written here in their language. Our next stop was Signagi Wall. So this is a 4-kilometer long wall, and this was built in the 18th century. So before going on top of the wall, there were a lot of shops and small souvenirs and magnets that you can get. And this is when you have to go on top of the wall. You can see it is a very narrow one, but not too narrow, and the view actually is really nice over there. And our last stop of the day was the wine tasting, which this Kakheti and Signagi town is famous for. So this is a place where you can have the wine tasting, and they will also explain about the wines, different kind of wines, and also how they preserve the wine there as well.
People cannot guess which quality will be after when you open the clamp. Imagine 500 liters or 200 liters. What they can do? They cannot sell.
I personally am not a wine person at all, but I have definitely tried, I think, around 4 or 5 types of wine. You can also buy the wine from here as well. And the last stop of the day was for lunch, so we ordered chicken salad and some chicken. That food was I didn't personally like it. It was 1300 Indian rupees, and also the food is not included. You have to pay for the food that you order. And that was the end of our trip. It took around 3 hours for us to reach back to the hotel, and it was around 8:30 that we reached. I was dead tired, so I didn't go anywhere for dinner, so we just ordered via the Bolt app. And the next day we were actually going to the Caucasus region, the mountains. Basically, I was so excited for that. That will be on my next vlog, so check it out, and don't forget to subscribe if you liked it. Bye.